In everything, there is no such thing as projecting or not projecting, expecting or not expecting, but there is the desire that is elaborated. There is no such thing as obligation or no obligation. The desire elaborated by itself. The true original in all things. There is no such thing as projecting or not projecting, being obliged or not. This is the desire created. The desire elaborates opinions and meanings, and adding more with the delusive attachment in it. This is adding more of the samudaya, the cause of the suffering of the delusive attachment. Expectation fixated on expectation. Obligation fixated on obligations. No expectation fixated on no expectation. No obligation fixated on no obligation. There is something within no expectation. That means there is something there. There is something that is having no obligation. That means that there is something in there. The true essence doesn't have expectation or no expectation, obligation or no obligation. Where is the Kammasthana meditation from? Where is the Vipassana meditation from? This is like kicking the ball to your own goal. Don't be deluded to others, but being deluded to oneself. Don't be amazed with others, but be amazed to oneself. This is the same delusion. This is so much copy until so distorted, because there is repetitive copying, multiple copying again and again, until don't know what is what already. How much is so distorted? This is big time distorted. Copying from the master, there is already a little bit of distortion. But when you are copying from the copy and multiple copies, that's it. It's disaster. It's disaster. They said, until the horns popping up. From the master, it isn't it, is not it isn't it itself. It's from that. From the copy, it isn't it, is used to make it as it isn't it. Because it's used with the attempt to give meaning as it isn't it. From the master is different. That is the suffering act. From master, everything is from letting go of the letting go itself. But from the copy, the letting go is being used to let go of whatever. How many copies are there? The original is correct, but when it's added one or two, it becomes distorted right away. From the master, that which has nothing to do with relating or not relating, but from the copy, not relating is used to not relate. From the master, not relating to either relating or not relating. From the copy, the not relating is used to not relate, instead of not relate to either relating or not relating. But the copy is using not relating to this and that all over the place. This is relating to the not relating itself instead. Do you get it? Are you clear with how the copy is? From the original, emptiness doesn't even exist. But the copy, this is empty, that is empty. Empty in this way and that way. The emptiness turns into a thick book. Don't know how they are emptying. The emptiness doesn't have even a page or even a word. Emptiness that is not emptiness. Emptiness even doesn't exist. It's impossible to use emptiness to be empty out of anything. There is no state of desire there. The concept of the Zen as well. Everything is empty. Just like there is emptiness. Just like there is emptiness. Emptiness in the way of having it. Everything is empty. There is meaning of emptiness. There is the opinions and meanings of the emptiness. Actually, the emptiness doesn't even exist because not having doesn't exist. Meaninglessness even doesn't have meaning as meaninglessness. How can you teach anything? You cannot teach at all. You have to give ending the ending itself only. To teach anything, it's coming into a sect, a doctrine, misleading. It starts to have teachers and students. Before that, there is no such thing as teachers and students. Whenever there is the misleading, it starts to have teachers and students, gurus and disciples right away. Before that, not having itself. Therefore, there is no teachers, there is no students. Whenever there is the starting of teaching and misleading, it starts to have teacher and student. And this is the pair of the acts of the suffering for both the gurus and disciples, teachers and students. Think of the word everything simultaneously. Don't be preoccupied with this and that. That's the habit of projection. Otherwise, you'll be like mouses, digging hole to live in. Proceed simultaneously, not related to either relating or not relating. This will give ending automatically to attachment or non-attachment, being deluded or not, all by itself. This is simultaneous enlightenment altogether, cutting through the cutting simultaneously altogether, ceasing the ceasing itself simultaneously altogether at once. Disengage even from disengaging itself with everything is not about disengaging from anything. That which has nothing to do with attachment or non-attachment, that which has nothing to do with relating or not relating. This will not create realms of existence. It will not become a momentary mind. Go ahead. Everything is not related to either relating or not relating, all the same. Not related to either relating or not relating, all the same with everything. There is no need to try to hold on or to be free from anything, to be exhausting with it. Automatically, it will end all about trying to attach or not attach. It will end automatically to practice the act of the suffering. The form of the attempt to attach or detach is still the act of the suffering. It is the desiring act. The act of the desire is still the act of the suffering. Not related to either relating or not relating right away. That's it, it's done. Automatically, it will end all about attaching or not attaching. Automatically, it will end the exhaustion with trying to be attached or detached. Not related to either relating or not relating. It starts to be lightened up. It starts to not being, having no exit. There is no heaviness or no tensing with anything already. It's not just about there is no attachment or non-attachment. There isn't, is not there, even the there isn't itself. Not having doesn't even exist. It's not just there is nothing. There isn't, even doesn't exist. Everything is like that, all the same. It's not just not attached to anything. It's actually not attached even to the non-attachment itself. It's not just there is nothing. The non-existence doesn't even exist. Not having doesn't even exist. There is no having in a new kind because there is the not having. The true origin doesn't have not having itself. When there is having or not having in a new way, it's because of the desire misleading and elaborating that there is and there isn't, having or not having. The desire misleading, fabricating opinions and meanings in such a way. The true origin doesn't have having or not having as it is. Oh, do you have the karmic difficulties released? Don't be obsessed with nothing is there. Don't be obsessed with nothing is there. There is no such thing as having or not having. There is or there isn't. Don't be obsessed with there is nothing. Don't copy because it's gonna be damaged. Bypass it. Don't copy. Listening and bypassing it. Otherwise, if you keep on copying, it will be just damaging on and on. Otherwise, you're gonna be, there is nothing like this, nothing like that. That's already something. There is something in the nothing. There is the opinions and meanings, so don't copy it because it's gonna be distorting. Listening and let it be bypassing. Don't copy it. When you stop copying, it will be the essence that is automatic in reflecting to dissolve and giving ending to the samudaya of the samsara, the cause of the suffering of the samsara. This is not that there is nothing. Even nothingness doesn't even exist. Not having even doesn't exist. Keep on with everything so that it will be opened up fully. Everything. This will be opened up fully.